Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt. Welcome to another week of training. This is our Monday workout. Let's begin with our warm-up of 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and then we're going to get 2 rounds through the following sequence. The first one is a little combo, so we're going to do reverse lunge and then heel tap. So I'm going to touch my back heel and I'm rotating towards the leg that's forward. So rotate back, touch that heel, and then in one motion, forward toe touch. All right, and then switch legs. Reverse lunge, again, rotating opposite direction this time towards the leg that's forward, touch the heel, one motion, up and toe touch. Next one, wall facing squats. So for this one, the goal is shoulder extension as well as hip and ankle stretches. It is not to hyperextend your low back, okay? So think about still maintaining that braced lumbar curve, even though your arms are gonna be over your head and we're trying to keep an upright posture as we go down the wall, squat down and then all the way back up. All right. Some of you more flexible people, specifically if you can flex your spine, you can get really close to the wall and not stretch your hips and just practice really extending your spine. So pay extra attention to the midline position and keeping your belly button and your core really tight as you go down in the bottom of that squat. And if you're super tight in the shoulders, step back from the wall so that you can maintain the good spinal position while still stretching your shoulders out overhead. Next one is single leg heel taps. This is just a little knee rehab and squat prep movement. So I've got a very short incline here. So this is like 4.5 inches. I drop down, just barely touch that heel to the ground and then squeeze and stand tall. And this is annoyingly slow. I'm not bouncing off the ground or going fast or anything. This is a slow, controlled downward motion, a tiny touch on the ground, and then extend and squeeze. And then the last one is just a handful of burpees, just to get your heart rate up a little bit, okay? When we finish that, we're going to back squats. We have 5 sets of 5, it's built off of 5 sets, and the basic reps are going to be 5 reps, but you're gonna do a little bit of a different organization for the percentages and rep count on the final set. So we'll go our managed warm-up set, so 65, 75, and then our top set is gonna be the middle one. So set number 3 is going to be the heaviest that we go. So 85% for 5, should be close to a 5 rep max when you get there. And then the next set is going to be a back off set. So we're going 75% for 5 reps. And then the final set, we're backing off even further, 65%. But on the final set, I want you to do as many reps as you can do. And it's kind of up to you if you feel like I want to get it to where I don't think I can get the next rep and I'll put it back in the rack. Or if I want to bail, drop it off my back, which is fine, or if I want to get spotters around my bar to help me up on that last set. There is value athletically or muscularly from feeling that sense of failure, right? Like failing a rep, getting that close to the exhaustion of your muscles, and then letting somebody else put it back in the rack for you. That will train you, that will build strength in a way that you will not achieve if you never go to that place. But I recognize also, especially with the back squat, that can be scary. It doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel comfortable, and we want to avoid it. We always want to be thinking like, I did it, I put it back in the rack, right? And I'm safe, okay? So that's fine. You just recognize that if you never go to that failure point where somebody has to spot it off your back or you have to drop it off your back, that you are leaving something on the table there, and eventually I'd like for you to at least try it, okay? Even if it's not a super common thing. All right, that is our strength set, and there is no superset because I really want to focus on that last set for max reps of 65% back squats. And then the rep range that you should be able to get at the end of the set, you've already done 4 sets. Your legs should be a little bit tired from that. So think in the teens though, like 12, 13, 14. If you were fresh at 65%, you may be able to get like 25, 27 reps, right? So it should feel like that, a lot of reps getting done before you hit that failure point on the 65%. Next one, we're gonna do a lunge and ground to overhead, and a fun little drop set for the conditioning. It's 3 rounds for time with a little bit of a caveat in it. The first one will be down and back, or 2 40-foot lengths of a walking lunge holding the plate, okay? So you don't have to hold it overhead. I just want you holding the plate and try to just barely tap that back knee to the floor as you do those lunges. Next, when you finish, is plate ground to overheads. So touch the ground with the plate, use those legs, drive plate to the overhead position. Next one is a plate bent over row. So now I'm going to this bent over position with my back as horizontal as possible and just rowing straight arms until the plate touches my chest. And then the last thing we're gonna do is a little drop set. So we're gonna be set up for dips. This could be either Matador or ring dips. And I want you to set it up relative to your strength and ability level so that you can get more than 10 reps of the dip before you hit failure. So the goal is that I've got two movements. I've got a harder movement and then an easier movement. And I'm gonna get as many reps as I can of the hard movement. And when I fail on that one, I immediately go to the easier movement. The combo today is dips and push-ups, okay? So for the dips, I wanna be on this horizontal set of bars with my hands about shoulder width apart. My shoulders are below my elbows at the bottom. And then as I press up, I go to the upright torso position, right? And my elbows are straight, okay? So again, shoulders below the elbows, elbows straight. As my dip, when I hit failure there, I immediately go to the ground and finish the set of 30 with regular push-ups, okay? So for today, if you're looking at the Matador and you're saying like, I'm also going to need an assisted version of the push-ups, when I do that, use the Matador in this format for your dips and then lower it down and use the Matador again for your push-ups, right? So that would prevent you from having two separate stations, both with some pin thing into the rig, right? So we can share spots a little bit. Another alternative would be if you and a partner have similar strength levels on push-ups, like you can both set up one Matador and one adjustable pull-up bar, and then you'll have two scaled options for bodyweight pushing exercises when you're there, okay? All right, that's it for today. 3 rounds for time of that combo, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday.